beautiful people, how are you doing? Welcome to my channel. For those who are new, for those who have been here before, welcome back to my channel. Anyway, today I'll be showing you, or rather I'll be making pilau, beef pilau, and it's a simple dish, by the way. It's like the easiest thing to do, like when you're not feeling like doing a lot of cooking. This is the to-go-to kind of meal. So I'll begin by showing you the ingredients, and before that, guys, hope you watched or if you've not watched my other video, I did a very detailed video about how to make soft and layered chapatis. You can check it out. And yeah, so let me show you the ingredients. Beef, we have onions, and then we have the spices. This is pilau masala, this is bay leaves, oregano, curry powder, turmeric, and these ones I'll use them way later because I feel like pilau should be served with something alongside it, so I can make some kachumbari with that one. Then we have rice. I'm using 2 cups of rice. I prefer using pearl extra long, like extra long. And then this cooking oil, and then there's garlic and ginger paste. I'll begin with like I want to marinate the meat, the beef, that is beef meat, whatever. So I'll transfer it here, and then I'll put some spices. That is curry powder, this is oregano, and then this is turmeric. So I'll add some soy sauce, and then I'll give it a good mix. So guys, if you I prefer keeping my beef or my chicken or whatever meat I'm using marinated in the fridge, but today I didn't do that. But anyway, it doesn't have to stay like for long so that it marinates. Like just the spicing it up is enough. And then now the next thing I'm going to do, if you have time you can leave it for some time, but for now I don't have that much time. I don't have the luxury of time. So the next thing, I'll be searing it because I want it to become brown. Like I want it to brown totally, and I believe this meat is not very tough, so it will cook. I'll begin by putting a bit of cooking oil here so that you can sear the meat. I hope you know what it means to sear the meat. Anyway, this is what we call searing the meat, or rather the beef or whatever you are using. If you watched my videos on Instagram, you realize that I like searing the meat because it gives it some good taste, and it browns the beef or the chicken, whatever it is. So we'll put it here, and I don't know if my heat is not much enough, but I want it to heat until it becomes brown, like totally brown. I think it has browned enough. Let's see how it looks like. So I'm going to put it back here in the plate, rather in the bowl, so that I can now fry the onions. You can see how brown it looks. I just like seeing when the beef is brown in the pilau, it looks so good. And honestly, the beef will be tasty when it has been seared first. So I'll add some cooking oil. I think I'll just put all of it because the rice needs a lot of cooking oil. And then I will add the onions and leave them to cook until they are brown. I'm going to add some salt. I think this is not too much because I'll be adding rice in it later. And then because the onions are browning, before they become brown, let me add the garlic and ginger paste. If you don't want to feel to taste the ginger and the garlic especially, it's better to put it early enough when you're frying the onion. And you have to be keen, like don't cook with too high heat, because they will like char or become black. I'm going to allow the ginger and the garlic to cook a little bit until it becomes brown. I've just put it just before the onions become golden brown, so that they can brown together. You don't put ginger and garlic paste at the beginning, because it's going to burn by the time the onions are cooking. So I'll give it a few seconds, then I'll come back. We had put a lot of spices when you are searing the meat, but it was not too much. So I'm going to add pilau masala. Okay, I'm so good at eyeballing, I guess. And then add some tomato pastes. Oh god, I don't want to. Yeah, that's enough. And I have to be a bit fast because these onions might burn. So the next thing I'm going to do, I've already measured the rice. And guys, the best thing about pearl rice, you don't even need to wash it. As you can see, it's so clean. There are no rocks, there are no husks. It's just clean. So I don't wash it. I'll just put it like that. But I'd measured it. I know how much it is. So when I'm measuring the water, it will be, I can also use this bowl to measure. So I'm going to add the rice and then I'll mix, because another thing, if you want your pilau to be like the rice to be not tunasemanga aje kuachana, if you want it to be I don't know, English imeisha. I know you'll get what I'm saying. Kitaka mchele isishikane, you have to make sure that all the rice gets the cooking oil, like every part of the rice, every grain imepata mafuta ya kupika, or rather cooking oil. So that's why I'm mixing it like this. And again, use some generous amount of cooking oil. If you don't want your rice to stick together, you have to use enough cooking oil. Someone over here was telling me I'm using a lot of cooking oil, but I know what I'm doing, because I want the rice, I don't want it to stick together. So the next thing I'm going to do is add some, what do we call it, some water. But then again, I'm feeling like it's not brown enough, so I'm going to add some soy sauce, because I want it to be brown. And then I'll give it a good mix. And then now I'm going to measure the water and put it. Actually, I'm just going to measure with this. So with this, if you're using pearl extra long grain, with other rice, it's normally the ratio is for 1 cup you add 2 cups of water. But this one, it's a bit we'll be using, what do you call it, we'll be using like for 2 cups. I'll use 3 and something on top there, not exactly 4. And then I'm going to add more. This is the second one. I didn't feel it like totally. I didn't totally feel it, because as I've told you, the ratio here is not exactly like 2 to 1. And then now I'm going to come in with the beef, and I want to add 1 bay leaf. Just one is enough. And then again, now a secret to not the rice not sticking together is, as I was saying, the secret to not the rice not sticking together, first thing you have to make sure you add a generous amount of cooking oil. I'm not saying like you cook with so much cooking oil, but you have to add some generous amount of cooking oil, like enough. And then again, measure the water depending on the rice you're cooking with. The best thing you have to do, you just have to understand the rice that you're using. I normally use per extra long grain, so I know like the ratio is not exactly 2:1. There's some rice, as in depends with the rice you're using. And then again, you have to cook on extremely low heat. So I'm going to switch it to extremely low heat and cover it. But first I need to taste if the salt is enough, because I don't want to come, yeah, it's enough. I don't want to come adding salt again when there's no, when the water has dried, because that means the oil will go, the cooking oil will not be even. The salt, I mean, I don't know, I'm becoming anxious. Anyway, so I'll cover it and then I reduce it to the lowest heat possible. And then as it's cooking, I'll be making some kachumbari, because I don't know, I just like serving rice with kachumbari, or you can serve it with anything, your salad or whatever, but for today we'll be serving it with kachumbari. Should I open it? Should I open it? Okay, our pilau is here. I want you to have an up close. See? So after like I cooked with the least heat, that's why you see like it's not sticking. And then it's always good to try to mix it, because the ginger and the spices tend to kukua huku juu, so you mix it a bit. That's why it should not be sticking, so that you can stir it. Okay, and then you can remove the bay leaf, like don't serve the leaf. And it smells so nice. Oh my god, it smells so good. So I'm going to cover it for just a minute. I show you like how I make my kachumbari. So let's see. So I cut the onions and put them a bit of salt and then soak them in hot water to remove the tanginess of the onion. I don't know, these onions are quite big, but the good thing is they'll not be tangy, because you can also add vinegar if you wish, but I added salt and hot water. So, and I have cut the onions, so I think it's better if I mix them here. So I'm going to Until the next one, guys, watch my other videos, give this video a like, leave a comment, and tell me what you'd want me to cook next. And that's it for now. Bye bye.